New details now as Albany police have identified the victim of that fatal hit and run that happened on Clinton Avenue last night. Police say 31-year-old Tanisha Brathwaite of Albany was struck near North Swan Street. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators are still looking for the driver involved in that crash.
"31-year-old Tanisha Brathwaite, a children's book author and security guard at the Empire State Plaza, was killed on September 14th around 6:30 p.m. as she crossed Clinton Avenue at the intersection of North Swan Street in Albany, New York. Roughly 35 minutes later and 7 miles away, a witness spotted a vehicle driving erratically at the intersection of Cross Gates Mall Road and Western Avenue. After the witness called 911, the vehicle drove into a median, striking a street sign and driveway. On the day Tanisha died, Albany police informed her family they were investigating the possible connection to the driver who was involved in an alcohol-related crash in Guilderland. At the time, police released the driver from custody due to a lack of evidence tying him to the fatal crash. That development frustrated Brathwaite's family. In the month since the crash, they've held vigils, talked to potential witnesses to the crash, and pressed police to make an arrest. A little over 2 months after her unexpected death, Albany police announced the arrest of 34-year-old CKK O'Cure. O'Cure identified himself as a manager for Sunglass Hut at Cross Gates Mall. He showed no emotion as he was led in and out of the courtroom in handcuffs. O'Cure's vehicle, identified in court documents as a 2018 gray BMW, was towed by Albany police to their headquarters. According to charging documents, his blood alcohol level was 0.18%, which is more than twice the legal limit. He was arraigned on second-degree manslaughter charges for the death of Tanisha Brathwaite, along with aggravated vehicular homicide and several driving while intoxicated counts. In all, he faces an 11-count indictment. O'Cure's attorney entered a not guilty plea on his behalf. Her family, still visibly devastated from the loss of their loved one, filed into the courtroom to get their first look at the man authorities say caused her death. They say they have a little bit of peace and can rest better knowing that someone is arrested. O'Cure's next hearing is scheduled for December 21st.
We have breaking new developments from a deadly September hit and run in Albany. The man police say hit and killed a children's book author is being charged with manslaughter. Tanisha Penix was in the courtroom today, and she has reaction from the family.
Good evening, Rachel. I'm here on Clinton Avenue where Tanisha Brathwaite was hit and killed. Behind me is a memorial site created for her by her family. And today in court, the family tells me finally they can breathe a sigh of relief.
Play on his behalf, preserving all his rights. Mr. O'Cure, can you tell me your age and date of birth?
34-year-old CKK O'Cure appeared before Judge Ackerman in Albany County Court and pled not guilty to an 11-count indictment.
For 10 a.m., and I'm going to remand him at this time without bail.
The judge sent him to jail. His bail hearing will be Wednesday.
I feel great. And we know it's a possibility that he might make bail, but I feel great.
Finally something, Tanisha's older sister tells me, as she came face to face for the first time with the man accused of killing her sister in a hit and run.
I don't even know the words to say how I felt. It felt like my heart just left my body. It was hard seeing him.
O'Cure's indictment alleges that on September 14th on Clinton Avenue in Albany, O'Cure recklessly operated a motor vehicle while under the influence of a significant amount of alcohol in a way that caused the death of Tanisha. He's also accused of leaving the scene without reporting it.
We didn't know what to expect. We were just hoping that we would get some closure. And we got somewhat a little bit of closure today. I guess as the case go on, we'll get what we need.
Tanisha's family made the trip from Brooklyn, but it's not the first time the family showed up for Tanisha, and it won't be the last. Late October, the family stood at the scene where Tanisha was hit to protest and demand an arrest be made. Now, they got what they wanted.
I feel a little relief because we finally have some information. But of course, I'm still hurt because we can't bring her back, but I feel a little better today.
O'Cure is scheduled to reappear in court on December 21st. The family tells me they'll make that trip from Brooklyn to attend every court hearing to ensure justice is served.
For far too long, cities have took their eyes off pedestrian safety when designing streets.
Albany, like many other cities, has spent the last 70 years prioritizing the convenience and speed of those in cars at the expense of those walking. And so really we need systemic changes in how our roads are made.
Some crosswalks throughout the city are barely noticeable, including parts of Clinton Avenue, blocks away from where Brathwaite was killed. In a study conducted by Insurify earlier this year, Albany ranked number 12 worst in the nation for pedestrian safety, which Common Council member Deborah Zomer would like to see changed.
Speed limit is one step. I think it's the first step, but there are many other steps that need to occur in order to improve pedestrian safety, improved crosswalks, speed humps, which is something that the city of Albany is piloting and hopefully will be expanded throughout the city.